David Cunliffe.
Soifua, Mr Chair. Mr Chair, the Waitakere Ranges Heritage Area Act is a hugely important piece of legislation to my constituents in West Auckland, and I want to support the very, very well put speech of Carmel Sepuloni and Lynn Pillay, and what it has achieved is a strong stand against death by 1,000 cuts, the cumulative undermining of the bush country of West Auckland, because every section on the boundary of that city is worth developing unless the RMA takes those cumulative effects into account. And Section 77(1) of the Local Government Amendment Act provides the opportunity for the Super City District Plan, its spatial plan, to override the provisions of the Waitakere Ranges Heritage Act, to take precedence, Mr Chairman, and that is wrong. And it is something, sir, which highlights a dangerous and progressive disease which seems to be sweeping through the National Party caucus. You might call it Paula Beneditis, and it's the disease, sir, when a member rages vociferously against the policy of her own party, goes around the electorate saying, I know it's wrong, it's terrible, I'll fight it from within, I'll fight it from within, I will lay down my body to prevent this outrage occurring to my electorate, until it goes for a decision, and then suddenly there's no paper trail of any moves to actually do the work. And if she were a minister, I doubt that that would have changed at the time. And an advanced stage, a repeat stage of that disease is Nikki Kay. Nikki Kay has the same bug, Mr Chairman. It was first observed in the case of the trees and RMA, where she told constituents, I really don't like this amendment, it's another Rodney Hyde special, it's expendable, it wasn't our idea, it's that terrible ACT party, they're out of line with the Liberals in the National Party, and I'll fight it all the way. And you know, there is a paper trail for that one. The letter that went to Jerry Brownlee and Bill English, and at the bottom it said, so long as it's okay with you guys. So long as it's okay with you guys, I'll fight that. Now, Mr Speaker, West Aucklanders and Aucklanders generally need better than that, and they don't trust this bill because they don't trust a system that puts the power back in the hands of Wellington politicians and bureaucrats appointed by Wellington politicians that absorb their assets, that undermine local democracy, and mean that we're going to have more issues like Section 77 of the bill here undermining the Waitakere Ranges bill. And of course the most advanced stage of that disease is Johnkyitis, defined as a disease which is a progressive inability to tell the truth while continuously smiling and pretending that you've either not told a porky or you don't care if you have. Now, it occurs in things like advertising vineyards, Mr Chairman, where you look at a camera and you say, this is such a great vineyard I own, I like it so much I'm even going to send you a bottle for Christmas, Mr Chairman, but I don't know if it's really mine because it's in a blind trust that anybody can look up. Or how about this one, and in full credit to Jim Anderton today, recalling that pledge that Mr Key made 3 days before the last election on Campbell Live, on the debate, where he looked at John Campbell and he said, I will never, ever, ever, no way, ever sell Kiwi Bank. And what did we hear in the House today? We heard, unless we decide to before our second term. Well, New Zealanders have had enough broken promises, Mr Chairman. They've had enough double talk from this National ACT government. They've had enough undermining of what real people want to do. They've had enough of Wellington steamrollers all over Auckland. They've had enough of government by Rodney Hyde's fiats. And they've had enough of being told untruths from the Prime Minister on down. And is it any wonder, Mr Chairman, that the standards of veracity on that side of the House have slipped so far when their leader does not even hold himself accountable to the provisions of the Cabinet Manual while he is charged with holding his Cabinet to it. If that is where ministerial accountability has come to, then it is no wonder that this government's poll ratings are starting to mimic those of the ACT party. The trend, sir, is down as fast. How would you feel if spending $15 billion and you drop 5%?
Order.